How you doing? My mail woman just walked by, and she's cutie patootie. I'll tell you that much. Malt liquor. Oh man. When I first moved in, literally moving in, and my mailman comes walking up on my yard while I'm in the yard, and he's like, "Hi, I'm your mailman, and is there anything that you want me to know about, or would you like me to not bring you any of the junk mail or anything like that?" And I said, and keep in mind, well, you know, I'm awkward as fuck. And I'm like, no, I think the junk mail will be fine. It'll probably give me information about the local area, businesses and stuff like that. And and then I looked at him, and his eyes, the whites of his eyes were brown. But in order for me to be sure of this, I stepped closer to him to look into his eyes. Malt liquor. He, of course, takes a step back. I'm like, why? Do I look like I'm on drugs? Yeah. Oh, man. So, okay. This is about positive mindset. Now, I've done games like this with my own head many times. The most successful time was back when I earned the nickname Flanders. Because I had this idea that, like, I would try to only say positive things, never say negative things. And if something happened, uh, like you just bake a loaf of bread or a pie and you put it on the windowsill to cool, and someone runs up and steals it, I would try to be as positive as possible. I'm like, well, that person must have been very hungry, and that was good practice baking that pie. I'll just bake another, and it worked a treat. I reprogrammed my mind. I came out one day. I think when I realized it was working, is I came out one day and my window on my car was rolled down, and my first thought was not like, and I lived in a dodgy neighborhood. My first thought was not someone broke in. I didn't have to like change the thought from the, oh my, someone broke in. Well, maybe I just forgot it. My first thing was like, well, maybe I left the window rolled down. Highly, highly unlikely, but it was my first thought. So I'd rewired my brain, malt liquor. All right, so I was also like super naive. I really believed the best in everyone. Everyone I saw had the potential to be wonderful people, and I believed that people wanted to be the best versions of themselves as they aged. I mean, because when you're younger, you're trying for, you want to be better at everything. I mean, you want, the better jacket, you want the better car, you want the better job, you want the girlfriend, you want to, or boyfriend, or you want to go on a vacation, you want to buy your first whatever, like you're always improving your circumstances. And I thought that was also eternal for everyone. So I was wrong. Um, and I tried it again a few times to varying success, but not very much success. And I think part of the problem is if you have to deal, it's like trying to like, I'm just gonna be positive as I possibly can, and then you go to work, in a jail, or um, or you go to work and you're like a police officer, something like that, something that exposes you to a lot of what's negative in life. So here's my idea was. Not to complain. I'm gonna try this for a month. No complaining for a month. And I think that, so the first day I tried it, I only messed up once, and I was kind of talking about my technique to somebody, and I said, oh, like that person earlier, and I complained. Uh, so one of the ways that helped me is because the last time I tried this, I tried to have positive responses or say positive things during negative encounters, And I realize all that does is it actually makes it worse. Like it doesn't allow you to process what happened. Like you might not do the best with handling this negative situation, but like I tried something, let's say, as opposed to like not trying to do anything about it, like saying, "Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. You have a good day now." Like so. Got to be cool. You don't want to make a situation worse, but you also don't have to swallow nothing, right? You don't have to take shit from people just because you're trying to be positive. The idea, though, is like the karmatic wheel as the negativity rolls around. Just stop it right there. Someone treats me negative, I do not pass that negativity on, even in word, even as a story, because all those stories adds up. There's been a couple people on YouTube that I've made videos about, kind of regret, but the idea is why I made videos about you or someone else out there pumping out negativity and videos. Just fills everyone's head with these negative stories. Like negative things that happen to you become negative memories in my mind. Like one of my buddy hammered shit steak once. I was trying to work out some problems I've had with a bunch of different people. I was calling them anti-Earls, and I was doing a bunch of videos about it because I knew there was a connection between all these people. And it might be my poor social skills, but it might be something else. And he said, "Oh God, enough of these people that don't like you." And so I tried to like tell some good stories too. And the secret with those anti-Earls I figured out was each and every one of the worst ones thought that I could have a negative impact, either thought I could have a negative impact on their life, and so they tried to do something really impactful on my life to take me out. One guy tried to have me arrested. So they thought like I was taking something away from their life. Like that guy, I was keeping him from stealing from waitresses. And so he then started stealing from the till, my till, and then tried to get me arrested for stealing from the company. And they caught him. They caught him while investigating me. I mean, the money was going somewhere, and I was eating minute rice for lunch with one dollop of butter. So it was probably not me stealing. Anyway, that's my plan. My other plan was one of my drugged out buddies sent me a video, and they got all hopped up on the marijuana and filmed themselves doing a project around their house, and it was a speed run, and so 30 minutes. So we watched 30 minutes happen, and I was impressed. If you focus on whatever it is for 30 minutes, you get a lot done. Like that's part of my problem is like when I start like picking things up or cleaning up or something like that. These glasses are dirty. I get distracted, or I start. I'll sit down and watch a video or something like that. Like try to break up the event. But I was gonna try to do that again. I was gonna try to like set like a playlist of a certain length of songs or something like that, or maybe I don't know, put on a podcast or something. Maybe I should start getting audiobooks too, and just set aside like a certain marathon amount of time to just focus on a couple projects like clutter, trash. The more I go through things, the more I'm like, why do I still have this? Gotta start throwing things out. The more times I'm walking to the trash, is more like I'm gonna bump into my new mail woman. Yowza! Mail woman. The other thing I was thinking about, like, how to get disciplined. Like we're always talking about, like I'm always talking about, but when I look at discipline stuff, it's always like, how to, take care of this, that, and the other thing. But what about having fun? I bought the bow and arrow. I bought a bunch of extra arrows, And I have all these cardboard boxes, and one of the things I pulled out of the attic was like a futon or something like that. And I thought, what if I start taking that futon material and packing it in these cardboard boxes, maybe sliding some plywood back. It's another phone call. So someone told me that I could turn my phone call onto my phone on Wi-Fi only, and then phone calls wouldn't come through. Just wish I could make my phone not take phone calls. Oh, anyway, I thought about making some archery targets and doing some archery in the backyard, and you're just like I don't do it because like I don't really think now's archery time. I need to have like a work fun Olympics. You can make it, Keela? Or Keela's so sad. I bought a tiny dishwasher. My big dishwasher broke. I bought a tiny one. And this actually got me kind of excited because I've got like all these pots and pans. I've actually found some pots and pans I don't even recognize. I must have bought them when I was on my way to go camping. Like how I don't like there's some neat stuff too. I'm like, where did this one come from? And but now I think like I have a tiny dishwasher. I can't have these big pots and pans. So I could throw out any pot and pan that looks old or just like I could do without it, and clean up the few that I'm going to keep, put them in storage or whatever, and just basically use camping stuff, camping pots and pans. Easy to clean, fit in the dishwasher, and it allows me to buy camping stuff and feel like I'm camping. Malt liquor. Why do I worry about how long my videos are? It doesn't really matter, does it? Went out into the man shed. It's like the weather's starting to improve a little bit. Looking forward to spending more time in the man shed. It smells like kerosene in there. And I'm sure it's the kerosene lanterns I have in there. I just didn't think there was any kerosene in them. So I gotta go take care of that. Can you make it up, honey? Hold on. Hold your horses. What? Oh, you can make it up that, honey. There you go. Oh, Keela is worried about being on the smooth floor, and I try to move all these mats on the floor so he has like traction, but like sometimes there's gaps, and gaps make him worry he's gonna fall down. Why don't you drink some water, honey? Let's see. Anything else? I might have covered it all. You know, I was gonna try to add like just like anytime like a negative thought popped up, like try to switch it to the positive. But like in my mind though, if I just don't voice negative stuff all the time, or even think it necessarily, like just like, oh whatever, like, you know, not dwell, because you don't have to dwell. You can't keep thoughts from popping up, but you don't have to dwell on them. I just figure like my natural wanting things to be good will come to the surface. So like this last week and this next week, like I hardly have to work any days. It's so nice. It's a ton of free time. And I might do something with it, I might not. Like I'm not even going to worry about it. I mean, I think it'd be fun to do some things. So I will do things that I feel like would be fun. So that'll get done. It seemed like there was something there on my mind that I wanted to record. Screen addiction. I see this pop up a lot, so it's hard to tell. You know, anytime someone talks about like a symptom, like I've got a pain here in my joint, I'm like, wait, I have a pain there in my joint too. And they're like, oh, so what's this? And I'm like, maybe I have that. But I mean, I play a ton of video games. I watch a ton of videos. I watch a ton of movies. I'm in front of a screen a lot. And of course, didn't used to be the case for most of my life. And I wonder if I wasn't watching so many movies or playing so many video games, I wonder actually if my life would be better if I would be like, well, I mean, I'd be out there like, let's practice some archery, or like, goddamn, when are the hiking trails opening, or where can I go hiking, where it's not going to be a problem. It's the whole idea of closing out hiking trails. What a ridiculous thing. Well, people are getting sick. We better make sure they can't hike. Ugh. God, I saw this lady was buying some property. The property looked like the property I was looking at. Actually, it looked a little nicer. Only because the trees, the desert trees on them were like a little bit bigger and thicker. And I'm like, wow, that's like, it's deserty, but like obviously there must be like some good groundwater there. But man, having some desert land. The people I saw, they had like tiny houses out there, like just like people leaving their trailers and stuff like that out there. Like, it looked real nice. There's something about like, I've seen this before, like you can only camp for a couple weeks there. I'm sure like it's only a problem if it's a problem. But damn, that would be nice. But it's money that would, spending that money would be money taken away that I could put towards my mortgage, pay extra payments, and get it paid off faster. Sometimes seems like a pipe dream. Like I could go buy property now and enjoy property now, but paying off my house, we're talking like another decade, if maybe. And who knows what's going to happen in 10 years. I think that's about it. Actually, what got me thinking about, oh man, screen time was, I was doing some cooperative play on Elite Dangerous, which I love to play, and the time frame on when you do things on that might literally be days or months, and so I park my ship on this guy's massive ship, and he's traveling through space, and it's coming back to where I want to be, and it's going to take a couple days. So I literally can't play that game for a couple days. Not really. Which I was like, whoa, the impact of that actually felt a little bit greater than I thought. That's what made me think like, what God, am I addicted to video games? This room is messy, but there's really not that much stuff in here. It's just spread out a little bit. And I think if I got rid of this table, I don't know, might be a whole lot better. All right, see, this might be one of the longest videos I've made in a long time.